This is the UAAP Season 73 Volleyball.
Accurate.
Against the wall, Adamson played like it. They were trailing most of the first, the first part of the set number 3, but they were able to come back and control the final half of set number 3 to get a win here and force this match into a 4th setter.
Well, that's right. Again, looking back at the first time they met, it was also 5 sets. That was Adamson coming back in set number 4. So just the same, successful sila in getting set number 3. I think what worked for them was that in terms of defense, we've mentioned that earlier, umayos yung depensa ng Adamson. They were able to deliver the ball to their setter, and a few adjustments were actually made in their lineup where Mami Dulce actually replaced Patilano with Makatuno. So, could be nawala yung pagka-predictable siguro nung paglalaro nila inside the court.
Better job defensively also for Adamson in set number 3. They were all over the place, poor communication in the first 2 sets, but in set number 3, they were more solid. In fact, they were as solid as they can be defensively.
That's right. And for FEU, this is where you see that this is actually a young team. Because a team like Adamson, for example, who's more experienced, can, bounce back from or maybe even try to reverse what is happening to them kahit down sila, nakahabol sila. But for a team like FEU, who's still very young, they have a senior player, but just one in Mika Morada. Iba yung pressure kapag biglang umaangat na yung kalaban mo. Ang hirap makarecover agad-agad. Now, if you look at the numbers in set number 3, this is clearly the story. What happened in terms of attacks, 12 points for Adamson, 11 for FEU. So not that far. But Adamson now making up for their blocks. Tougher block, 3 points compared to only 1 of Adamson.
Set number 4 underway. And Morada rejected. Vargas is rejected. Wow. Where did this defensive-minded Adamson come from after giving away so many easy points in the first 2 sets?
Touching the net.
Sabi ni Mami Dulce, yan yung hinahanap ko kanina pa.
Let's see if because you see Adamson just starting to heat up, parang diesel. While let's see if there's anything left in the tank for FEU here in set number 4.
That's right. That would be very interesting to see. But like in the first 3 sets, FEU heading to a good start.
Good block.
Oh, that one touches the antenna.
Outside, hitting the antenna.
Take a look here.
Here's Samantha Panta.
The antenna, of course, is the out-of-bounds marker in volleyball. Kaya pag tumama din ang bola, that's automatically out of bounds. Benting emphatically denied by Morada and Magsumbol. Let's see the adjustments that are going to be made by FEU here in set number 4 as we listen in to Ricky Flores.
Now, Eric, in reference to Patra's report earlier, if Coach Ness was wearing eyeliner, I'd be able to see it too because his smile on his face got replaced by a concerned look. Now, he's asking the Lady Tams to up their intensity in all departments. Service, receive, coverage, attacks. Finally, he sent them off by saying, masyado tayo nag-relax sa set 3, laro na tayo ngayon. Clearly, he doesn't want this game to extend to 5 sets. Eric and Ann?
Thanks, Ricky. That smile turned upside down in set number 3 for Coach Ness Pamilar. And if I see Coach Ness with an eyeliner, I'd be very worried.
Disturbed.
Disturbed is the word I was looking for, actually.
Another block, Rosemary Vargas.
Nice defensive setup here by FEU as they get a commanding 4-point lead here in set number 4.
And just like what Ricky said, si Coach Ness wants to make sure that his team wins the 4th set. He doesn't want it to extend to a 5th set.
Oh, yes, of course.
It's a shorter set. The 5th set is only up to 15. And if you're up against a team like Adamson, maaalangan pa yung posibleng panalo nila this afternoon.
Makatuno has been assigned to design the plays for Adamson here in set number 4, since set number 3 actually, and she's been delivering so far as Adamson gets their second point here in set number 4. Now let's check in with Patch Gansana.
Took time for Adamson to warm up, but it's never too late for them to catch up. Everyone is finally working hard. Even Zapanta got her rhythm back, though still a bit guarded. But if you've noticed, Eric, hindi na siya takot umatake because she makes sure that when she goes down, it's her left foot that lands first, taking care of the recovery right ankle. Now another chance for Adamson. So this time, guard should be higher. Coach telling them to tighten our blocks, but once we get blocked, don't curl. Take it as a chance for you to fire back. And I asked for 2 more sets a while ago. Now I'm asking for 1 more. Eric Anan?
Thanks, Patch. That's a huge concern, if you're playing with an injury and trying to take care of it at the same time. You're always having second thoughts about how you're going to land, how you're going to finish.
That's right. And it's actually for her position. She's an attacker. So talagang majority of the time, she would be jumping. Ang hirap nung may inaalala ka bukod pa dun sa kung saan mo gusto dalhin yung bola.
As you take a look at Rojas, convert that to a point, and FEU up 6-3. Zapanta so far not on the floor yet here in set number 4. Joust won by Makatuno. Here comes Rojas over the top. At the right place at the right time was Morada right there. Henson tipping it over. Soriano underhand set.
Oh, but Benting shows her strength. Winning that joust against Magsumbol.
Welcoming the rookie. That's Angela Benting.
Oh, look at that.
That's how you do it. You're a young rookie, says Angela Benting. Again, ball at the net. Somebody touched the net actually, but official saying that's okay. We'll let it go this time. Makatuno to Benting. Over-received that time by Vargas. I was so close to the net, nobody could set it up. Again, itong mga errors uli ng FEU, they had a 3-point advantage earlier, but they gave away 2 straight points to Adamson.
That's right, and looking back at the third set, they had such a big lead. When they let go of it, they relaxed a bit, committed a few errors here and there. Biglang nagulat na lang sila. It was Adamson already with the lead.
And that is the case again here, as Adamson has tied it up at 6-all, courtesy of these errors by FEU. They weren't points on the offensive end para sa Adamson. Morada from the back row. Right on the mark.
Everyone was already positioned na medyo nasa gitna, nakaabante. Nobody was there to get the end line.
And again, Adamson with the lead for the first time after trailing by as much as 3. Henson. Very difficult setup job there for Makatuno, as the reception wasn't perfect for Adamson that time. We're tied 7-all.
Serving is Kathleen Magsumbol.
Solid serve by Kat Magsumbol. Angela Benting.
That was stepping. She stepped on the line. And she's a backliner.
That gives another easy point to Adamson. And Adamson is up 8-7 in set number 4. Adamson coming from behind again to grab the lead here. Some easy points given away by FEU. Here's one. A back row player stepping on the attack line. That is Vargas. And that's clearly a no-no. If you're from the back row, you gotta take off before
you can actually land after the attack line, but that's when you've already hit the ball. So in that case, pa-approach pa lang siya.
It's volleyball 101 for you kids. 8 serving 7. Good block by Kinlob. as Henson tried a cut shot there, too wide for FEU, as now Adamson goes on top by 2, 9-7. Free ball for Adamson. Zapanta.
Oh.
Such an easy play. You think a team like FEU, with the way they were playing in the first 2 sets, would be able to pick that up, no?
But nobody was there to cover the ball.
Not even close, too. Nobody was within 2 feet of that ball.
Oh, but Angela Binting sends that one out.
Major Ross to serve.
This is where the inexperience of FEU comes into play.
That's right.
They're making wrong decisions as they get tired, and they lose focus defensively, while a veteran team like Adamson, they stick together and keep playing the game plan.
They know how to recover
That's true.
from the 2-set deficit.
The only veteran for FEU, Maika Morada, trying to keep their hopes alive here in set number 4 as she fires one in and scores the point for the Lady Tams. That's right on the line. 9 serving 10. FEU up 2 sets to 1. They only need 1 set to close this out. They failed in set number 3 after leading by as much as 6 points. Zapanta denied. Zapanta still not taking off as high as she used to because of that recovery from the sprained ankle.
Well, that's actually just what Patch mentioned earlier in her report, na inaalalayan niya, and she makes sure that she doesn't land her injured feet first.
That's true. Hirap na, no? Because you know, when you take off with one foot, obviously the other foot will land first before the takeoff foot.
That's what she's doing now.
She's doing the opposite. So kung di ka sanay sa ganun, may hirapan ka talaga as FEU will give a free ball here to Adamson. Kinlock tried to perfect that too much, and she flew straight into the net.
That's crossing on Adamson.
Take a look here at Kinlock. Unable to control her momentum.
Walang break foot dun sa